So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking an oath and he's saying that the mushrikeen of Makkah call you a madman and insane. Have they not ever seen a madman, an insane person, how a majnoon is, how he acts, how a mad person, you can immediately recognize a person by his talk and his actions and his manners of speech and talking. You can say that this person is mad. Once Hakim Aflatun, he was walking on the street. A majnoon was passing by and he did salam to Aflatun. Salam alaikum. He greeted him. And Hakim Aflatun was taken aback. He came home and he took some medicine for madness. He said, why did that madman say salam to me? Am I mad or something? Something wrong with me? That's why he greeted me. So he took some medicine for madness. So you can realize a person who is mad from his actions. Now Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam would sit down on that small hill like gold and silver and he would start distributing. He would bring bowls and fill up bags and take this to so and so person, take this to so and so person, take this to so and so person. And he would not leave anything for himself. His lifestyle at the time of death was exactly the same as it was at the time of prophethood. He had chosen this lifestyle. He liked it, he loved it. So he wanted to stay in that simple, humble manner with humility and humbleness. He chose that way because when you have too much wealth, then wealth brings pride and arrogance with it. And kalla innal insana la yatgha ar ra'ahu istaghna. When a person sees himself free and independent, he goes to tughyan and gets sarkashi and arrogance in him. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was extremely humble and he was full of humility. This is what Izzuddin ibn Abdus Salam is saying over here. Transmitted regarding his humility, his humbleness, devoutness. Devoutness, Allahu Akbar, devoted to Allah. He used to stand in prayer at night until his feet would swell. Once a Sahabi said to him, Ya Rasulullah, why do you stand in so lengthy praise? Why do you worship Allah so much? وَقَدْ غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَكَ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِكَ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ. Allah has forgiven you everything. You are a blessed servant of Allah. Then you don't need to stand in nightly prayer so much in tahajjud. And what did he reply? He said, أَفَلَا أَكُونُ عَبْدًا شَكُورًا. When Allah has blessed me so much, should I not be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He meant to say that my tahajjud and my devotion and my worship is not to gain maghfirat from Allah. It is to show thankfulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm showing my gratitude and shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So his devotion and devoutness, his humility in his food, garments, drink, dwelling. Allahu Akbar. In food and garments, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was not fond of clothes. He has prohibited silk. Men cannot wear silk. He has prohibited gold for men. Men cannot wear golden ornaments. He himself used to wear simple clothes. Allahu Akbar. Once, someone gifted him nice sheets and he wore them. He used to wear chadar and lungi normally. Sometimes he wore qameez and sometimes he wore sirwal, trousers as well. But normally he would wear the upper sheet and the lower sheet. So someone gifted him with two chadars and he wore them. And he came in the masjid. Sahaba were seated there. Someone looked at him, Ya Rasulullah, your chadars look good. And he said, Ya Rasulullah, can you give them to me? And Rasulullah said, okay. Now he sat down there. When the majlis finished, he went inside the home. He put on his old garments and he took off the new ones. He wrapped them and he sent them to that person. Now, the Sahaba said, Bhai, you did not do something good. You knew that Rasulullah needed those clothes. He has not worn anything new for a long time. He needed it. Why did you ask him? And the person replied, I did not ask him to wear it. I asked him the clothes because I want those chadars to be my kafan when I die. And Sahal ibn Sa'd radiallahu anhu says that it happened so that that person, when he died, he was given kafan in the same two sheets. And that person was Abdur Rahman ibn Auf radiallahu anhu. So this is his simpleness in his food, garments, his drink and his dwelling. Food, in drink, he used to survive on date and water. His delicacies were milk and honey. Other than that, he had no other luxury. He liked milk, he liked honey. Other than that, most of the time he would survive on date and water. Many a times, chula, the fire would not be lit in his house for up to 2 months. Nothing would be cooked in the house. He would survive on aswadain, at-tamar wal ma. So this was his simple life, and he liked that life. In his drink and dwelling, excellent company, noble nature, excellent company. When Sahaba were around him, they would feel really nice, really at ease. Excellent company, noble nature, good counsel for his community, his eagerness for his family to have faith, taking care of them, and his undertaking the burdens of his message in helping the religion of Allah and raising its word, and the injury he met from his people and others which he endured in his homeland and outside of it. Some of these qualities are found in the book of Allah and books describing him. We have finished 30 from 42. We still have 12 left, but I believe it's time for Maghrib, so I think we should go and pray Maghrib.